We're gonna switch it up on y'all mug. We outside vibing. We out here in Tennessee, Nashville. As you can see, we got the view going on. I want you, whoever's watching this, just to play this, as in you're going to sleep. You know, one of those things where you're listening to it before you go to sleep and you're just, soaking it in. It's gonna be one of those videos tonight. We're gonna call this potentially the balcony thoughts, right? Just a couple. You can put the sock in there. This dude's giving me my sock. Yeah, it's gonna be a balcony thoughts, bro. Just about everything that's going on in life, in today's world. He's humping right now. He's air humping. Roommate's weird. In today's world, where I'm at, where you guys may be at in your life, your age, whatever it may be. But we're gonna start from the top. In terms of what the position I'm currently in at the moment. Extremely blessed every single day that God's given me this life to be able to just, do the coolest shit ever. But here's the thing, right? Not that I've asked God or even prayed on moments like this, like me being in a penthouse in Nashville at 22. Like, is this something where it's like younger me would be like, yo, what the absolutely hell? Not really. And why that is because this has been something, and I'm not saying something as in this penthouse has been something I wanted to do as my younger version. So it was more as in having the freedom to tell myself that once I figured out that there was more to life in terms of having a job, and I wanted to be able to have free time, get up and say, yo, I want to do this and do this right then and there. That was something that I strived for when I was younger. And given the fact that I worked 20 of those jobs, and a lot of people don't believe me when I say that, which I don't care if you don't or do, but I worked at every fucking, fast food, every warehouse, every grocery store you could ever name. And the reason why that was because it wasn't that I couldn't keep a job. It was more as in just the fact that every time and period of my life, I had like little midlife crisis where it's just like, I don't like being on people's time. I hate being told to do. I hate being told that I can't get off because of this and that. I hate being told that I have certain hours in terms of PTO. I hate being told I have to be here at a certain time. I just hate it having that feeling. So that caused me to do the number of things. Leave jobs, not show up on time, get fired. Clock in and freaking leave. I did that so many times, and eventually they called on, they fired me, getting re-signed to jobs. And then I think my longest job was Subway, and that was a whole entire year. But in between that, I was going through jobs, I was door dashing, like little shit like that. And it took me 20 jobs to really figure out like this is something I just generally don't want to do anymore. So, it's one of those things, bro, where younger me believed that, okay, if this wasn't the life I wanted, there was something outside or something out there that was meant for me, or even God had out there for me to do. But it was more than me doing my due diligence and going through what he had in his path for me to find it. And that was my 20 jobs. And that's totally fine because I don't regret it. I wouldn't trade that experience for the world. And why that is because it shaped me to be the man I am today. So like, as going through all that, it led me down the hole of trying to figure out online business. My very, very early goals in all this was to be an FBI agent, be an FBI agent, be SWAT, be Secret Service, until I realized the whole, work for yourself and all that. And I realized like, I'm not getting paid $50,000 a year to put my life on the line. So I was like, okay, that's out the window, right? From there, it became a game of just figuring out what was right for me in terms of like business models, things like that. And, one thing led down another. 4 or 5 years later, of just failing, I finally figured out something, and that was making content for brands. Now, making content for brands, like a lot of you are familiar with this and, understand and know my story, it wasn't always sunshines and rainbows in terms of this online business. This is a thing, bro. I get on so many calls with people that are potentially going to be students of mine, and the fear that they have is at its all-time high. Like, it's not even fear about paying the payment price or the purchase price of the program. It's more as in trusting themselves. Like, people nowadays, it's so easy to win in this game, especially this business model. People just don't believe in themselves, and it's crazy as shit to see it. It's like, bro, take the leap of faith to trust yourself. Like, disregard the payment. Like, if you were to get into this program for completely free, could you do it? And it doesn't even have to be just specifically my program. It could be anything in life. And people just can't commit to anything at all nowadays. It's at its all-time high where anybody can come in a game and fucking crush it. Because after you put 3 people on a line, you give them all the information to make their first $1 million. After the first 30 days, the first person falls. After the next 60 days, the second person falls. After 90 days, we'll see who's still saying it. And most can't even stay at it that long. So my journey has just been nothing of just consistency of years and years and years and hard work and late nights and just sacrifices. And I'm not where I want to be, but I'm in a lot better spot where I was before I even started all this. And now I'm making anywhere from 30 to 50 grand a month. But you still, like I said, there's always a mountain to climb, regardless. Like I have not peaked. I've not got started. This is just a part of the journey, and that he has cut out for me, that God has. So in terms of that, one of the biggest things, it was never me striving for the money. I don't give a fuck. I don't make my whole fucking personality around money. Like, I could lose the money today and tomorrow and still be me. And I wouldn't be sad or upset. It'd be like, okay, maybe this was a part of the plan. Okay, how do I get back on my feet? And I've done it many times. I've been broken down. I've been dick in the dirt. I've been all that many, many times, and I'm 22. And every time it happens, I embrace it. I don't look at it. I kid you not, bro. There's like not one point in time where one negative thought comes to mind to me. I don't know what it is, but I just can never think negatively of the most negative situations ever. If I get hit by a car and I survive and my leg break, I'm like, oh shit, okay. I mean, maybe something I could have prevented. I don't know. It's just something within me that just won't allow myself to ever think negative, because I've been through so much worse shit mentally at a young age that shit just doesn't faze me. I'm able to confront my problems for what they are and acknowledge them and move forward and learn and see what I can improve to do better. And that's how it's allowed me to implement this into just business. You know, having that grit, having that resilience, having that ambition to push through shit no matter what the freak happens, knowing that I will see through it. And when I got into this game, my biggest thing was just being able to have the freedom to get up and do whatever I want. And that's allowed me to move out of my hometown, live in Dallas for a couple months, live in Costa Rica for a couple months, live in Toronto for a couple months. Now I lived in Florida for a couple months. Now I'm living in Nashville for a couple months. Then I'm going to South Africa. All just because I just seen through this whole entire process in this journey, bro. And if anyone's watching this that's 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, bro, like, I mean, hopefully y'all get this vibe. I'm a straight up dude. I'm a straight up ass motherfucker. Like, I don't sugarcoat shit with anybody. Even my boys, my family, whatever it may be. If I have something to say that is real and that's authentic and it's truly coming from the purpose and my core, I will speak my mind. And a lot of my boys can attest to that, and people that are around me can attest to that. But the realest advice I would give anybody starting into this shit, or even just suck in life, see through it all. Keep God close. See through it. See through it, because it's not going to be always shitty. It won't always be shitty. It's up to you to be able to make yourself think that, yeah, this is going to be shitty. I'm never getting out of that. It was all a mindset thing, bro. Even when I was down bad as you could ever imagine, I knew that eventually I would get out of it if I seen through it, if I kept pushing. And that's exactly what happens. It's very, very cliche to look at everything and say, oh, be consistent, do this, do that. And, you know, bro, it's facts. Like, disregard the cold plunge and shit like that. You ain't gotta go all and do all that. But like, the whole consistency aspect with just going at it every single day and taking no for an answer, it will happen. It will happen. I've done it so many times now. So, like I said, like, it's enough of the rambling, but it's just, I look at everything that I've done in my life up to 22 years old, and none of this shit is a coincidence to me. Like, I'm not in shock at all, because this is what God has had in store for me this whole entire time. It was just, all I had to do in my part was keep him close, follow his path, and just stay at it every single day, regardless of what happened. And that's what got me here. So I hope this message and this video allows you to realize, like, if you're hesitant to take that jump, or you feel within yourself, like, I be on calls with people fighting demons in their head, telling them like, yo, you can do this, go for it. And then the other part of them, as far as comfortability, is like, nah, we're gonna chill back in our circle, what we used to do, and going back in our shell. And that's the thing, so many people are accustomed to being in that little shell of fear that they don't know outside of that shell, because they've never taken that leap. Bro, you won't never know until you do it. I spent mostly five figures. I have not spent $100,000, probably close to $40,000, $30,000 in programs. And bro, I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for that. Like, it's just one of those things where it's not even about the price. It's about trusting in yourself more than anything and anyone. Disregard anyone's opinions, and just knowing that, like, bro, I got this shit. I'm gonna get through this shit. I'm gonna figure it out somehow. I mean, I put myself in debt over dozens of times, 20, 30, upwards of $40,000, and I've dug myself out of it. And it's not me to flex that, but it's me to tell me, like, I wholeheartedly trust in myself so hard that you could put me in a deserted island for a month or a couple weeks, and I would still fucking survive, because I would figure it the fuck out. That's how much I trust in myself. That's how much I trust in what God has, the Lord has in store for me. If you can have that trust within yourself, I mean, bro, you're unstoppable. Because no one can fucking tell you different. No one can stop you. And that's just facts. It's just facts, bro. Like, and I become very, very in tune with myself as a man. And then I'm still learning. Like, I don't think I have everything figured out in any sort of way. I'm still learning myself every single day. But emotionally, physically, mentally, even financially at times, I know more and more and more about myself. And I learn more and more about myself every single day from everything that I go through. So let that be your sign, bro, just to run it. Like, trust yourself. Just forget the finance aspect. Just trust yourself, bro. Like this game that I'm in, bro, it's so easy to win, but so many people just can't trust themselves. Like half of the battle is trusting yourself. That's all. So yeah, enough of that tangent. In terms of like in today's world, I mean, bro, there's just so much. Like in terms of like social media, the headlines, the news, bro. Like I don't even play into any of that. I'll be honest. Like people ask me, yo, you see that, you see this? No, because it doesn't change my life in any sort of way. You know, at a young age, I would get so caught up in the media, like watching Shade Room Academics and shit like that. I'd unfollow all those because I'm just like, I don't care. Like social media is a platform where it is so easy to be influenced and consumed, and it's so easy to take other people's opinions and allow that to be the judgment of who you really are, and it's not, bro. If you can remain and just be your authentic self, bro, everything will prevail. The truth of who you are, your path, and what you're meant to do and that God has for you, it will prevail every time, bro. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Like me, I'm goofy, I'm silly, and I shine that more than anything. I wear that on my entire heart. I don't care what anyone has to say because another human being's opinion will not affect me, because the only person that will be able to judge me is the man above. And that's just the way I view my life. That's the way I live my life. Like regardless of what happened, life is too short to be having a grudge. Life is too short to not go for it. Run that shit. Go for it, bro. But I don't want to ramble too much. This is just the intro. And let me not get ahead of myself. I'm going to be doing daily videos like this on the balcony. Hope you guys loving this. And yeah, bro, go for it, bro. Like real shit. I'm only 22. I don't think I have it all figured out in any sort of way. But what I can tell you from experience is, motherfucker, if you don't stop, I promise you will get everything you have ever asked for, bro. And God has shown me that in so many ways. Like I've had a glimpse of things I've already written in my journal 6 years ago. And He's shown me little glimpses of it. I haven't fully equipped it or acquired it just simply yet. But He's shown me little things in terms of like me. Want to retire my mom, get her a new car, get her a new salon, give her $100,000. I've been able to do little bits and pieces of that, help her pay her gas, little stuff like that, give her a couple grand here and there. Gradually, as I get bigger and bigger, and as I make more and more money, I will be able to just hand her a check and say, you're retired, that's it. But God has given me glimpses and previews and trailers of it. It's no coincidence. None of this is a coincidence to me, and I'm thankful. I love you guys. Hope you guys love this video, bro. I try to keep it real as much as possible, and go for it. Trust yourself, bro. Much love to you all. See you guys tomorrow on the balcony, episode 1. Peace.